You know what's funny? People will buy a $5,000 beater with 180,000 miles on it, a check engine light they're going to look at eventually, and a transmission that shifts like it's thinking about it first, and they'll feel smart about it. Meanwhile, a 2016 Toyota Prius with half the mileage, a warranted hybrid battery, and 50 miles per gallon sits on the lot for 60 days because somebody told them hybrids are expensive to fix. They're not. And today, I'm going to show you 3 hybrids that everybody's scared of for the exact wrong reasons, and why ignoring them is costing people thousands of dollars a year they don't have to spend. Let's get into it. Here's the thing everybody knows about hybrids. The battery dies and it costs $6,000 to replace, and the car becomes worthless. That belief is from like 2007. It's a ghost story people keep telling because it sounds true, not because it is true anymore. Modern hybrid batteries, especially anything 2015 and newer, are a completely different animal. Toyota's hybrid batteries routinely go 200,000 plus miles. Hyundai backs their hybrid battery with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty in most states. Honda's system on the newer Insight is simpler and more reliable than the early 2000s hybrids that gave the whole category a bad name. So when you see a 2017 Prius with 90,000 miles priced like it's contagious, that's not a risk premium. That's free money sitting on a dealer lot because of a rumor. Let's start with a car that gets clowned on more than any vehicle in automotive history, and also might be the single best value in the entire used market right now. Car number 1. Toyota Prius, 2015 through 2019. The Prius is the most made fun of car in America and also one of the most quietly bulletproof. 2015 through 2019 is the sweet spot. This is the 4th generation Prius. Better handling, better interior, more power than people expect, and Toyota's hybrid system at its most refined. Toyota had over 15 years of hybrid development behind this generation by the time it launched, and you can feel it. The car doesn't feel like a science experiment anymore. It feels like a normal, well-built compact car that happens to sip fuel like it's rationed. Let's talk about why these things last so long, because this is the part nobody explains. The Prius doesn't use a traditional automatic transmission. It uses something called a power split continuously variable transmission, which sounds complicated, but it's actually mechanically simpler than what's in your average sedan. Fewer gears, fewer clutch packs, fewer of the parts that typically wear out and cause a transmission to fail around 120,000 to 150,000 miles in a normal car. The Prius doesn't really have that failure point. People are out here driving these things to 250,000, even 300,000 miles, and the transmission is just still working, quietly, doing its job. Nobody's making a video about it because transmission didn't break isn't exciting content, but it should be because that's exactly the kind of boring reliability that saves you money. Now, the battery. This is the thing everyone's actually scared of, so let's address it directly. Toyota's hybrid batteries from this generation are nickel metal hydride in most trims, and they were engineered with a huge safety margin, meaning the battery doesn't run from completely full to completely empty. It operates in a protected middle range that dramatically extends its life. That's part of why these batteries are lasting 200,000 plus miles in real-world use. When you do see a battery actually need replacement, you're often looking at a few $1,000s for OEM, but increasingly there are reconditioned and aftermarket options coming in well under that. And the deeper point is this: most of these cars never need it. You're paying a discount today for a risk that, statistically, mostly doesn't materialize. Let's get into actual numbers, because this is where this really clicks. Right now, you can find a 2016 or 2017 Prius with 70,000 to 100,000 miles for somewhere between $10,000 and $13,000. That's a car getting a genuine 50 miles per gallon combined, with a transmission that's essentially maintenance-free relative to a normal car, and insurance costs that are lower than most sedans in its class because of how Toyota's parts and repair costs are rated. Now, put that next to the $5,000 beater everyone defaults to. Let's say a 2009 Honda Accord with 160,000 miles, because that's a realistic example of what $5,000 gets you today. That car is getting maybe 26 miles per gallon if the engine's healthy. It's already past the point where suspension bushings, timing components, and the usual electrical gremlins of a 15-year-old car start stacking up, and you have no idea what the last 3 owners did or didn't do to it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe the timing belt is 2 months from disaster and nobody's touched it in 60,000 miles. Here's the fuel math, and this is the number that should actually change your mind. If you drive 12,000 miles a year, the Prius at 50 miles per gallon burns 240 gallons of gas annually. The Accord at 26 miles per gallon burns close to 460 gallons for the same distance. At $3.50 a gallon, that's roughly $840 a year for the Prius versus $1,610 a year for the Accord. That's almost $800 back in your pocket every single year, before you even account for the fact that the beater is statistically far more likely to need a repair that costs more than the car is even worth, at which point you're not driving a car anymore, you're driving a countdown timer. The Prius isn't cheap because it's bad. It's cheap because of a reputation that stopped being accurate around a decade ago, and almost nobody updated their assumptions. Car number 2, Honda Insight, 2019 through 2021. This one's almost a secret, and it might be the best kept one on this entire list. Honda brought the Insight back for a short run from 2019 to 2021, and then quietly killed it, partly because nobody was paying attention, which is exactly why it's interesting to us. This isn't the weird 2-seat pod-looking thing from the early 2000s that everybody pictures when you say Honda Insight. This generation is a proper compact sedan built on the same platform as the Civic, styled to look almost identical to a regular Civic, with a hybrid system that's genuinely excellent and shockingly under-discussed. Mechanically, Honda took a different approach than Toyota. Instead of the power split system, the Insight uses what Honda calls a 2-motor hybrid system, which in simpler terms means fewer moving mechanical parts overall and an engine that mostly acts as a generator at lower speeds rather than directly driving the wheels. The upside for you as an owner is a system with fewer components that can theoretically fail, paired with Honda's general engine reputation, which has been built over decades of 4-cylinder engines that just don't quit. Fuel economy lands around 52 miles per gallon in city driving, which beats a lot of dedicated hybrids that get far more attention. And because almost nobody bought one new, Honda sold a fraction of the volume Toyota did with the Prius, used examples are sitting on lots simply because of low demand, not low quality. Low awareness in the used market translates directly to lower pricing every single time, regardless of how good the car actually is. Pricing right now sits around $14,000 to $17,000 for one with 40,000 to 60,000 miles. That's, yes, a bit more than the Prius, but think about what you're getting. A car that's only 3 or 4 years old, with a fraction of the depreciation curve behind it, strong fuel economy, and a drivetrain reputation that's arguably even stronger than Toyota's in terms of raw engine longevity. You're also getting a car that drives noticeably more normal than a Prius, quieter, more conventional handling, less of that distinct sensation that you're piloting an appliance instead of a car. The reason nobody's buying these isn't the car, it's that nobody remembers it exists. Search interest for Honda Insight is a fraction of what it is for Toyota Prius, and in a market increasingly driven by what people actually search for and click on, low search volume becomes direct discount. You're not paying for the car, you're paying for what people think they know about the car, and most people don't think about it at all, which for you is the entire opportunity. Car number 3, Hyundai Ioniq Hybrid, 2017 through 2021. This is the one that gets the least respect, and honestly might deserve the most. The Hyundai Ioniq Hybrid is rated around 55 miles per gallon combined. That's better than the Prius from the same generation, and better than almost anything else in this price range. It drives more like a regular sedan than either of the other 2 cars on this list, with less of that distinct "I'm driving a hybrid" feel that some buyers actively avoid. If you handed someone the keys without telling them, there's there's a real chance they wouldn't clock it as a hybrid until they checked the fuel gauge a week later and wondered why they hadn't filled up yet. Part of why this car flies under the radar is Hyundai's lingering reputation problem, a holdover from build quality complaints over a decade ago that simply don't reflect where the company is today. Hyundai's quality and reliability rankings have climbed dramatically since then, but consumer perception moves slower than actual engineering does, and that gap is exactly where this deal lives. Here's the part that should really get your attention. Hyundai backs its hybrid battery with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty in most states, and critically, that warranty is transferable to second owners in many cases. Think about what that actually means. You could be buying a 5 or 6-year-old car where the single most feared, most expensive component in the entire vehicle is still covered for free by the manufacturer for years into your ownership. That's not a risk purchase. That's about as close to a guarantee as the used market offers. Pricing reflects all of this underappreciation perfectly. $9,000 to $12,000 for one with 60,000 to 90,000 miles. That's genuinely one of the cheapest ways to get into a reliable, modern hybrid anywhere in the used market today. You're getting better fuel economy than a Prius, a warranted battery, and a sedan that drives like, well, a sedan, for less money than either of the other two cars on this list. People skip this car because it's not a household name in the hybrid conversation the way Toyota is. That's a branding problem, not a mechanical one. And branding problems every single time are exactly where deals live in the used market. Let's zoom out, because this is the part people miss when they're standing in a parking lot deciding between options. When you buy a $5,000 car, you're not just buying a car, you're buying a project. You're buying the unknown. Maybe it runs great for 2 years. Maybe the transmission lets go in 4 months and you're out another $3,000 on top of what you already paid. You don't know, and neither does the person selling it to you, because at that price point, sellers usually don't know either. When you buy a 2017 Ioniq, a 2016 Prius, or a 2020 Insight for $10,000 to $17,000, you're paying more upfront, but you're buying certainty. Lower fuel costs, lower repair frequency, a known, often transferable battery warranty status, and a car that's depreciating from a position of still has most of its life ahead of it, instead of we're deep into bonus round mileage and praying. Add up the fuel savings, the dramatically lower odds of a catastrophic repair, and resale value that's actually starting to hold up better as hybrids gain more mainstream respect, and the $5,000 beater stops looking like the cheap option. It's just the option that feels cheap on the day you hand over the cash. Quick practical note before you go looking for one of these. 3 things to verify on any used hybrid, no matter which one you're considering. 1. Ask for hybrid battery health if the dealer or seller can pull it. Many shops can run a quick diagnostic check on remaining battery capacity in a matter of minutes. 2. Check whether the hybrid battery warranty is still active and whether it's transferable to you as a new owner. This is huge, and most buyers never even think to ask. 3. Get a basic pre-purchase inspection regardless of which car you choose. Not because hybrids are fragile, but because you do this for any used car purchase, and a $150 inspection can save you from a $3,000 mistake no matter what's under the hood. So that's 3 hybrids the used car market has basically decided to ignore: the Prius, the Insight, and the Ioniq. All of them undervalued because of a fear that stopped being true years ago. While everyone else is fighting over $5,000 beaters and rolling the dice on what breaks next, these cars are sitting there, underpriced, reliable, and quietly saving their owners money every single time they fill up the tank. If you found one of these for a good price, or you're cross-shopping one right now, drop it in the comments. I want to know what you're finding out there. And if you want the next ignored goldmine breakdown, hit subscribe, because this market is full of them, and we're just getting started.